Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the new Horror Boys podcast. We're your co-hosts, Bass, Chile, and Pauly V. Straight out of Las Vegas, baby, Pauly V. So today we are going into the topic of supernatural horror, and we've all chosen one supernatural entity to talk about. And Paul is going to start us off with...
So I'm going to start you guys off with the Leviathan. Oh, snap.
A creature from the deep. I don't know. I just made that up.
No, it really is.
That's what he
so,
is.
Leviathan, it's a creature from biblical terms, or, I mean, from the Bible, actually. Leviathan, it was supposed to be one of the first creatures created. It's a creature that cannot be killed.
Why not?
Well, just because apparently God, made it like that. So Leviathan is a sea creature, and it's apparently supposed to have been from beginning times till now. It's supposed to still be, lurking in the oceans,
Is he like a punishment? Like a punishment that's sent upon people?
No.
So he's not like
it's
Abaddon?
actually no, not like Abaddon. It was created because it was to show the strength of God on planet Earth. So it's Leviathan is an indestructible creature. The reason why I chose it is because we don't know much about the oceans. We talk about the oceans every now and then. So I think it was a pretty good idea. The land equivalent to this is the behemoth, but not talking about that. Leviathan is said to have only been, seen way back in the day. So technically, I mean, nobody's ever heard about it nowadays. It's said to have either one head, supposed to be serpent-like. I guess its name is supposed to be more, what is it?
I don't know. Don't ask me.
I'm kidding. I was waiting for it. No, its Latin name is supposed to be Leviathan, which means
Leviosa. I don't know.
Which is supposed to be more like that term means to twist, turn, or wind.
Okay.
I don't understand what that is, but that's just the name that it comes from. Leviathan.
Yeah. So I don't know if the viewers will remember this, or if anybody watching this will remember this, but that was also your movie, one of your top horror movies.
I think it was number 5 out of the top.
Okay. I totally forgot about that. Yeah. So
tell us how
Leviathan
that influenced the movie.
Right. So I chose Leviathan for my supernatural entity because the movie Leviathan was actually really good. Even though it doesn't resort to like biblical times, it was cool because it was more like The Thing, but underwater. So it was basically like if the Leviathan touched you, you started getting creatures out of you, or you turned into a creature, which I thought was kind of cool. Yeah, I mean,
yeah. Jill, you got any questions about the Leviathan?
A little bit, man.
I read something about the Leviathan that he's like an enemy of God.
Is he?
Yeah.
That might be something else, because in the Bible, or whatever it is, Leviathan was created to show the power of God. It was to show that, nothing can be broken by any human creature or any other thing that was like put on earth. Leviathan, behemoth, they are indestructible creatures, but they will not attack unless they have to.
So that kind of ties back into my theory, or not my theory, but the theory that there's two gods in the Bible.
Mm-hmm.
One who is more focused on control, power, destruction, and then the New Testament where it's more all loving, all accepting, do what you got to do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, you know, think about it, New Old Testament, you got floods, whole cities like burning down, earthquakes and stuff, people getting sacrificed. But yeah.
Yeah.
Which one did we talk about that in? Conspiracy theories.
Well,
Conspiracy.
it was
The one that nobody can even watch.
Because the audio was so
But
terrible.
that was probably our best episode.
It probably was, yeah.
it
Conspiracy
was
theories
actually
were
a
good.
really good episode.
Yeah.
And I feel so bad because I honestly don't remember what we did on episode 2. So
We did it only 4
It's-
times. What do you mean?
Yeah, for real.
Dude,
we
we recorded
we
that
definitely
episode like
did.
yeah, we
3,
recorded
4
like
times.
4. Yeah, 4
I
or
know
5
we
times,
did.
actually, man. It was a
Yeah.
lot.
yeah, that was probably the episode that we did so many times. And honestly, I still don't fully remember what we did on that.
I mean,
But-
if anything, we could probably just reshoot it.
If, you know, I mean,
I'm
honestly,
down. We got the setup.
I'm
now.
I'm
Yeah.
willing to do it. Yeah, I'm willing to do it over again. I'm willing to retry it, see what we can do. So
Yeah, we just do it as episode 12 or 11.
Episode
Episode-
10.
yeah, episode-
episode 2 all over again.
Yeah. Well, we'll do it episode 12, episode 2 reshoot.
episode 1 point, episode 2. I don't know.
I got an idea, bro. How about this? Episode 2.1.
I love it. Well, yeah, I mean, that's it. That is what it is. I mean, I've seen other channels like re-record episodes when they had better. Sorry, I didn't realize I got to be right up on it. But I have seen other YouTube channels like re-record old stuff that had really good info, but just they didn't have the right setup at the time.
Right.
So yeah, I'm down to do that actually. What's one more time out of the 4 times we already tried to do that? I think we went through like every single setup before we got this, trying to get that to work.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That-
But yeah,
that took a
basically
long
I
time.
chose Leviathan. It was a simple one. It was a biblical one. Yeah, I mean, honestly, this is why I went first. 'Cause
Yeah, Paul didn't really do research today. But
No. I definitely did the research. I know a lot about the Leviathan, but honestly, as much as there is to know about Leviathan, there's not a whole lot to know about it. So
Yeah.
there's like a few key points. So
No, of course.
I kind of hit
We
that.
do this for fun.
Right,
we do this
exactly.
Yeah, that's true.
So
So we'll
I'm gonna
take,
leave you-
we'll take
I'm
the
gonna leave you guys
spotlights
off
off
of that.
Paul, who did the Leviathan, by the way. And we're going to go into mine.
watch the movie, by the way.
Yeah, watch the movie. Mine is the Jinky Inky, or maybe more properly pronounced, the Jikenke. And this
No
is a Japanese ghost. It's a stem from folklore. At the end of the day, aren't all kind of ghost stories folklore, right?
That's true. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we're gonna go with it. So what they are is they're like corpse eating ghosts, and from the folklore that where all this stems from. Usually they were like greedy people in their lifetime, jealous, stingy. They valued materialistic stuff over human life, basically, and that's kind of the whole moral of why this GKNK or whatever thing came to be. So they were forced to be like I said, like corpse eating ghosts, and they would, you'd see them in like ghost cemeteries and burial grounds and stuff. And one of the screwed up things about it is they don't want to, but they had such an insatiable appetite for secular things, right? Like earthly things and stuff that wouldn't matter in the spirit realm. So they were forced here to live the rest of their lives as like zombies, basically, like feral ghouls kind of. And they would just like eat dead bodies and stuff like that.
Jesus.
I guess it wasn't just dead bodies either. They would eat humans too, in the folklore. Yeah, in the lore about it all. Yeah, it's pretty creepy. They're supposed to they're basically look human, but they have like monstrous features like fangs or nails, glowing eyes. Typical spooky stuff.
Okay.
Were they like demons?
No, they're like souls tied to the earth, basically.
Oh, gotcha.
Like you were so in love with everything secular, like money, possessions, cars,
Mm-hmm.
you know, you're a bad person. You would, lie and steal your way through life because you wanted this, you wanted that. So that was their punishment, basically, is to be stuck here on Earth as, court, like just trying to feast on human meat. Meaning, like I said, like the moral is like that you were too in love with the physical world. So now this is your punishment, basically.
Oh.
Mm.
There was something similar that I've heard to that, and that I forget the name of them, but they so when they died, they were very lustful, but they had huge, parts down there.
Oh yeah, I
But
didn't think you were gonna
they-
actually bring this up.
But they made sure that they were so whoever was controlling everything. They made sure that their part was so big that it could not penetrate or do anything of that source. Is that similar to the Jinky Inky? Or
Well, I don't know. Is this a folklore thing or?
it's kind of like
Japanese?
folklore. I want to say it's Japanese. I'm not 100% sure, but it's something like that.
It could be
something
like in a
of that
similar
nature.
fashion, like speaking out against like lustful.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, okay, you're gonna have the biggest wang, but it's not
But you
gonna
can't
fit
do anything
anywhere.
with it.
Yeah.
That's not this.
That needs to happen nowadays.
So like a creator being is like, you know what?
Like a guy just sitting there, like, oh, I wish my Peter Pecker was a little bit taller.
Right.
And then he wakes up in the morning and he's got a groundhog, and it doesn't fit or work anywhere.
Nowhere. So that's not the same thing as what you got then.
So what I'm hearing
I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about.
is that you guys
You got to have a
you guys
name or
want-
reference or something.
I don't remember the name.
You guys want some kind of being, a creator being or a big being, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Someone in charge of everything to be like, you know what? I see you're greedy. I'm gonna give in to your greed, but not in the way you expect. Like, kind of like, I want to be super rich. I want to have millions and millions of dollars, but it's like monopoly money, bro. Like, it's like, yeah, just bestow onto you like the biggest, like you said, Peter.
like Wishmaster.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I love those movies. I love 2 is the best. 2 is the best. out of
when he
all.
goes to prison.
Yeah,
I haven't seen it all.
don't get into the Chris Angel one because horrible.
I don't like those. Yeah, 3 and 4
No.
weren't that good.
Yeah. He
Yeah.
did the last
Wait, they
two,
did one
right?
with
Yeah,
Chris
he did
Angel?
last year.
Dude, Chris Angel produced like the last two.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
No, they weren't that good, bro.
Horrible.
Killed it, bro. Wishmaster 2 was the best out of the 4, by far.
I got to
Oh
rewatch
yeah.
them.
Well, I mean,
I've only
one
seen
and
clips
two
of,
are.
of 2 on YouTube.
2 is the best
Facebook,
one.
YouTube.
2 is the best one.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're both.
I
pretty
like
good.
he goes to jail.
Yeah.
The acting is so bad, but like
Yeah, the acting's
the
pretty bad.
stuff he does is pretty funny.
Dude, it was a well-written movie. It was just it was bad actors. They could
Probably
bring
low
it back.
budget too.
Nah, it wasn't that low budget, but it was excellent, bro. 2 was the best one out of all of them.
All right, Wishmaster 2 review
Yeah.
coming up.
Yeah, well, we can do that, man. Dude, I love Wishmaster 2. It's a
We
good
should
one.
do.
Oh,
a review
dude,
video.
for sure,
Dude,
for sure.
Wish-
Yeah,
Wishmaster
go
1
watch
was
this. Let
okay.
us know if you want to
2 was
see
the best.
reviews.
3 was bad.
Yeah.
4 was terrible.
You're making it sound like one was bad though.
No, it was good.
One was good.
Like, compared to 2, it was okay. But
Wow.
like for the whole series, it was. I mean, like as movies go involved, it was good. But 2 was just fantastic. I love 2.
Okay.
Yeah, comparing 1 to 2, 2 was just way better. However,
Well, I mean,
2 was
dude,
the best of the series.
honestly, me and you watched all 4 of them.
When we do that,
We watched all 4. Me and you.
was I drunk?
Well, aren't we always?
No. Not always. I mean, right now.
I
we
mean,
are.
not always, but I mean, we definitely. Well,
Yeah.
right.
We'll be all right.
No, dude, yeah, we definitely watched all 4. Yeah, second is the best.
Yeah.
First is still good though.
First is good.
Mhm.
Second is the best. 3 and 4 sucked.
I'll have to watch those and get back to you boys on that. But if it was produced by Chris Angel, it's probably lame.
Don't watch 3 and 4.
Yeah, 3 and 4 suck. You
He did
you
the
go
last
without,
two.
bro. Yeah, save yourself 3-4 hours.
By the way, I do like Chris Angel. I just don't see him making good movies.
We're the new horror boys, and I don't condone that.
Yeah, no. After one of our old coworkers told, I'll tell you off the podcast. But what?
Yeah,
one of
yeah,
our
we'll
coworkers
talk
told
about
you,
that
yeah, We'll
later.
tell you later.
Oh, you
yeah.
guys have a
Yeah.
whole story.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, she used to work for him for a little bit. Yeah, it's pretty. Yeah.
Well, Nene works in Anthem, and his family lives up there, and she sees his girl and his kid
Oh, that's awesome.
at the playground.
Mm.
He's not there though.
Yeah, I'll tell
Chris
you that.
Angel, be there.
Don't.
I'll tell you after the
Don't.
podcast.
Yeah. We'll talk about it later.
Okay.
But anyway, any more about the Jicky Nicky?
Yeah, dude, they're freaky as hell. I don't know. No, dude. Yeah, I mean, they're corpse eating ghosts. I don't know. That's creepy. I wouldn't want to see one. What about you, Chile? Would you like to see a Jinky? How would you react?
I don't know, man. I can't see the spirit world, bro. So I'm nothing, bro. I couldn't see it at all, you know?
Lame. Paul, what would you do?
What would I do? I don't know. I'd probably ask it how the afterlife is.
After
What's
they
going
eat
on
you
over
or
there?
before, dude?
Oh, that's right. They eat you.
What do you mean, bro?
Well, then I'd probably do my best not to scream.
They probably
They
wouldn't
probably
eat Chile,
like that.
dude, because Chile's so lean. Dude,
Too lean, bro.
like, this is too much work.
Yeah, I too much spicy for two, bro. Like, he's lean and spicy. No good.
All right, let's get to Chile's number 3.
So I did mine on the Demiurge, which is so it started off with Greek philosophy, like the Greek school of thoughts, like Plato and all that. But I'm taking a look at this as the Gnostic view. How you mentioned in the Old Testament, it looks like there's like 2 different gods, the Old Testament God and the New Testament God. I thought that was gonna be an interesting concept, so I decided to go that way because I had a feeling you're gonna get into that today.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty good at predicting his moves. Did I not get you your vape before you asked for one?
I think I asked you for one last week, and you guys said no.
No,
So I assumed that maybe
yeah, you did.
No.
I was there last week.
Yeah, we tried to get you one. No, I told you I was gonna buy you one, and you said okay. And then I bought you one. What was it, like Friday when I went with you, or
I don't know.
Thursday? I can't remember.
I don't know.
It was Friday because they closed at 11 o'clock, not midnight, like we thought.
It wasn't Friday.
It was Friday.
It was Monday.
He got Monday.
Okay,
Dude, it
let's
was
get back to
Monday.
the story.
No, when he wanted. Anyways, yeah. So the Demiurge, not to be confused with someone that's-
Demiurge, right?
Well,
Like that's how it's spelled?
well, it's Demiurge or something like that.
Real quick before you get into it. Demigorgon?
I don't know what that means.
You know what the
Stranger
Demigorgon
Things.
is? Stranger
Come
Things?
on, man.
Does that have anything to do with it?
No, man. What the fuck?
Well,
is a
Demi
Demigorgon?
means, I think, below. So,
Demi means half. Or
well, the other half, which would be below.
whatever, dude.
I don't know.
I don't watch Stranger Things, bro.
Okay.
All right.
go
Well,
ahead.
explain yours.
So he's a Gnostic creator entity and stuff like that. He basically creates the material world, our universe, basically. So the Demiurge, not the Demiurge or the Demigorgon.
Gorgon.
Yeah.
Demiurgy.
Yeah, Demiurge. Dude. It's half an orgy. Anyways. So what I was saying was, basically he created the material world, the universe, whatever you want to call it, as an ill-fated attempt to recreate the divine world in the Gnostic view. And apparently he failed because, and in the Gnostic view, he was like very ignorant and he's very ego-based.
This sounds like the Upside Down.
I mean, it doesn't sound like a bad guy
It
to me,
kinda does.
being ego-based and all that. I'm just saying,
Yeah.
But yeah, and in the Gnostic view, he was like an offspring from Sophia, which is like a goddess of like wisdom or whatever. She's like one of the creator goddesses, but she comes from like the source or the supreme being or the unknown one or whatever you want to call it. So anyways, I found it very interesting because it's like Sophia gave birth to this Demiurge thing, and she was like horrified. She was afraid. She was scared after from this thing that she made. Like she was just in disbelief that this thing came out of her, and she kind of disowned it. And he sounds like a victim of circumstance in a sense. He was
Sounds
just
like Vecna.
like what?
Like Vecna, bro.
Oh, Jesus.
was that?
He's literally
Dude,
explaining
you're
Stranger
literally
Things.
explaining the whole Stranger Things, like, not to burn anything for anybody. The last season. Dude,
He's literally explaining that, but it's
you need
okay.
to watch Stranger Things if you think this is interesting.
Why would I watch?
No,
Stranger
this
Because
Things?
it sounds like
No, it's still interesting. It's still
it is still interesting. But I'm just saying, a lot of people will relate to that because they like Stranger Things.
I know.
I'll put in the hashtags. What the fuck is Stranger Things?
You can't have a horror podcast and not watch Stranger. That's like the pop. I gotta. All right.
It's okay. It's okay.
No,
Go
say
ahead.
your
Go
piece.
ahead.
Say your piece.
No. Go ahead. Go ahead, bro. Go
I
ahead.
don't care.
Go ahead.
I just think you should watch that though, if you think this is interesting.
Nah.
All right, go ahead.
I'm not watching Stranger Things. Bro. I've
Mind blowing.
I've gone 6-7 years or whatever, how long it's been out there that I haven't watched Stranger Things. I'm not gonna start now.
All right.
Anyways,
Give me your cock.
yeah, dude, what he said. So, anyways, he's a creator of the material world, blah blah, and eventually he creates Adam and Eve, and apparently he comes up with these commandments and he breaks them all. He even tries to break adultery by trying to unconsensually woo Eve. I'll say. I think everyone catches.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah. So that was one of the things, and it's very interesting because when you look at the Old Testament and you have these 10 rules, or like no other gods and this and that, and he breaks a lot of them because he mentions worshiping other gods and this and that. Like why mention other gods? There's no other gods, and why would you have to worry about other gods? Idolatry was one that is mentioned. Is probably the only one that isn't broken out of like all of them because he murders a lot. You look at the flood, which the Leviathan would survive because it is an aquatic creature.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how the behemoth would survive that, but the Leviathan survives it because he's an aquatic creature. You have like millions dead right there, massive flood. You have you basically have like a being that's like supposedly in charge of like the universe because in the Bible, I forgot what it was, but it was maybe Nebuchadnezzar who got shot down by a random arrow. Some Jewish soldier basically just pulls back, throws his arrow up, and it hits. I think his name was Nebuchadnezzar, what was it, Babylonian king or something like that?
Yeah, I think it was Babylon.
Yeah, he was a Babylonian king, hit by an arrow by some unknown soldier. And he's like, nothing happens by chance, and it's pretty crazy because like in the whole Gnostic tradition, it's like he's an arrogant, egotistical, ignorant God, and he's in charge of everything. If you have an arrogant, ignorant, egotistical person in charge of, let's say your country basically, falls. And if a country falls, it's like millions of people that can suffer. Imagine you have that for the world. Now you have billions of people that suffer. Now imagine the whole universe. That's an insurmountable number. Like there's no way you can ever come up with that because you have to think about from like beginning to end and everything that could ever exist. Like it's an insane amount of like hardship that could ever happen because someone's just like ignorant and in charge of your life. That's horrifying.
So he's like a god.
Well, that is like the Old Testament God according to the Gnostics.
Demiurge. Demir.
Yeah, well, demiurge, but you can call it demiurge.
Well, no, I don't know how it is pronounced. So so he's not even like a being. He's not even like just like an entity. He's like a half. He's a
creator
of
God.
God.
Yeah, creator of the
He's
material
Satan.
world. He's a creator of the material world. I have no idea.
So essentially, it's Satan, right?
Well, Satan in the Bible isn't really a creator of anything. He was an ego monster in a sense. He was like an angel that thought he was.
But whatever he is, he's like the opposite of God.
Kind of, yeah, no, in a sense, yeah. Because I think in the Gnostic faith, like they talk about Jesus was sent by like one of the by the supreme being or something like that, or maybe Sophia, I forgot who it was, to like basically like correct like, yo, you're not worshiping the right person, and that's probably why there was a switch. But I think it's more of the Gnostics were like, well, to explain this and to explain that, we're gonna like they came up with a different belief system, instead of these were stories that were told, they kind of went like these stories were told because Old Testament God bad, New Testament God good, and that's why Jesus was sent. Yeah, well, you know my stance. I don't really believe in any of this stuff. I just think it's really interesting. Like I love mythology. I love conspiracy theories. They're all fun things, and I think it gives me an inner working of the mind of people. So I really enjoy them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I don't I myself don't believe in this. You might. But, that's up to you. I'm not going to tell you how to believe or how to worship or how to anything. You live your life, try to be a good person. But, yeah, it's, well, that's always my
We
stance.
got deep.
Well, that's always my stance, man. Like I don't
That's
tell
true.
I don't tell anyone
No, I
what
feel
to
that.
think. Yeah, I
No,
don't tell,
I agree.
yeah.
It's not here to I call out half the stuff I talk about too. I'm like, I don't know if this is
Yeah,
a confirmed thing.
Right.
yeah. Like,
But it's interesting to talk about.
it is for sure interesting to talk about. But it's
And just to question a little bit. Like just question like everything you've been told. Like
yeah,
what do they say? The victor writes the history.
yeah, that's true. But
Victor writes history or whatever. So
yeah.
you know what I mean? You only hear what
history is written by the
history
victors. Yeah.
history is written by the victor. So you only hear what one side of the war wanted you to hear.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. So we have something called the Mexican American War, and what is the story we tell here in America? It was that these patriots in the Alamo were fighting to protect Texas. What really happened was Texas was under the rule of Mexico, and these Texans came in and brought in slavery, which is illegal in Mexico. They had outlawed it since like maybe 10 years since the country was around. Maybe a little bit longer. I think it was the second president outlawed it. He's like, "Yo, slavery bad, no more, none of that shit. That's a Spanish shit. We're getting that shit out." And then these people from America came in because they were allowing immigrants in to grow the population, settle the areas that were still kind of sparsely populated. And they brought in slavery, which was a big no-no. And they're like, "Yo, you can't have that shit here." And America got involved. Like, well, you know what? We want all this land, so we want Texas. So they kind of backed these slave owning people, and I'm over here talking about history now.
No. That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. No.
Yeah.
We should talk about it.
Well, yeah. So
The true horrors of the world. Slavery.
it is pretty bad. Yeah. So yeah. Basically,
colonial America.
oh yeah. So you know what Mexico calls the Mexican American War? The first American invasion.
American invasion.
The first American invasion.
Kind of
yeah.
what it was.
It was,
to be
yeah.
honest.
There's been at least 10 invasions, bro. This is the first American invasion, and and the reason why that thing even happened is because they brought in slavery, and that was a big no-no. Mexico already said, slavery bad and this and that, and then they fought, and then they took a bunch of land, and because they took a bunch of land, they kind of, massacred a bunch of people.
It was inevitable. I'm just kidding. I don't know.
In a sense,
I don't know.
America was operating on a manifest destiny, which was a fascist doctrine. So it kind of was inevitable because
This is our land. God said so.
well, yeah,
spread smallpox on the blankets.
yeah, that's exactly how
They actually did that, right?
Yeah, that's how they did it.
fucking
Biological warfare. That's how they took a lot of the country. Well, actually, that's exactly how they did it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they broke treaties. They did biological warfare, all that stuff. Anyways,
All right,
that's
we'll cover that on the new episode of the new history, boys.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, I got a little lost there.
Yeah,
No, that was good stuff.
I was kind of.
No, that was
Definitely
good.
not
That
in
was
the
good.
range of what we're going for.
No,
Right.
that's
I
not
love
the
it.
range. Yeah, no, that's a different demographic. Yeah, I'm not even.
We need to talk about everything here.
Yeah,
That's why.
Oh,
Why
yeah.
limit ourselves to horror?
Right.
We're the new ho boys.
the new whatever the fuck boys.
New whatever the fuck we feel like talking about.
The new whatever the
Yeah.
fuck we feel like talking about, boys.
Love it.
All right,
So that about leads us to we wanted to keep it short and quick and sweet and delicate and all that today.
all right, hold on.
So how about we ended it right on here?
Let me say one more thing
okay.
besides
Okay.
because this is what I really wanted to get to. I just really want the viewers, if you're even watching this far, because we got pretty out there. We're probably half an hour in. That I really want you to stop and think about not just your life, but the life of others and how things could affect you if you just have how do I put this? You basically have like an ego monster, that doesn't know what's going on. Like they can have the best intentions, but they don't know what the fuck they're doing. Just, above you. It could be a manager, it could be a boss, it could be whatever, dude. I'm not even gonna tell you who or what or whatever. That's up for you to decide who's ignorant and who's not. Yet again, that's almost always my stance. But if you really let someone like lord over you in that way, like please just hear them out, see what they have to say, and I really want you to analyze the things that they tell you, because if you always look to knowledge, you'll always get to not a really a truth, but a good prediction of what the outcome could be, and I think that is very important to always understand. Now you can let us out.
And with that said, we're the new Scariest boys.
Oh no, I'm here to tell jokes and have fun. But
No, I know.
I think it's always
That was good. That was good. I like that.
I think it's always very important to go. The thing is, you know, every person who's watching us is a person. They have their own thing going on, and I don't want to be one of those people like just to lord over them. I just want to tell them these things because what's his name? Immortal Technique said, you know, how do you expect to find the answers if you don't look within yourself? And that's what I really want to push. I want you to look into yourself and find the answers. I don't want to give you answers. I don't want to push answers. I want you to look in yourself and tell me what's important to you and what you think your answers are.
Yeah.
Damn. Oh yeah.
This is all speculative information.
Yeah.
We are not the truth bringers.
I'm drunk right now, so, you know, just ignore me.
This is just a drunk podcast. And with that, I'm your boy Bass, Chili Man, Paulie V. We love you.
Yo.
Thank you for watching. If you
Love
watch,
y'all.
if not, I hope a Jinkiki comes after you tonight. Just kidding. Or I hope you become a Jinkiki.
Sorry, I gotta add one more thing. Today's secret word is whatever the fuck. I mean, it's 2 words, but I want you to hyphenate it. So whatever hyphen fuck. Oh, sorry, the hyphen fuck. It's a secret word.
Also, I wanted to mention one more thing that we were talking about, that eventually we might start doing some treasure hunts.
Treasure hunts.
Yeah. Base
Yeah.
talked about that. So we might be doing some treasure hunts soon.
We're going to be doing cast drops around the Las Vegas Valley.
Well, even
And-
that, even memorabilia. I mean,
That'd be pretty cool.
you know, anything like that. I think that people would like to catch hints for
Oh, yeah.
things, you know.
But cash is king. So we're going to do cash drops. All you got to do
Okay.
is subscribe to the Instagram and send a DM.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can redeem. Well, no, you already got the money. You don't have to do that. What am I talking about? And the podcast.
In the podcast.
Good night,
Just like
yo.
Good night.